Soon Is Now by the Smiths. I wanted to teach this one because at its core essence, this is an easy open chord strumming song. There are, of course, a few advanced bits to it, namely with how to get the most from effects pedals, and I'll be talking you through all of that, everything you've seen me do already, and we'll have a bit of a longer full play along a little later in the video. But let me show you how we can play this song with basic chords first of all. So I have a capo at the 2nd fret, I'm in standard tuning, and the only effect I have on my guitar at the moment, which is a Fender Stratocaster, is reverb, which is an echo effect, the sound of a space, the sound of a room. And the key of this song is F sharp without the capo, but E major, proportionate to the capo, which is how Johnny Marr plays it. I'm basing this on a very good live video that I saw of him recently, and I wanted to show some things that are happening there. The main riff goes between an E major to an E7 chord, which we just play with lifting the 3rd finger off. Johnny plays this with 16th strumming in the video that I've seen of him, so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And if we just strum it with 16th strumming, it sounds like this. So I kind of think of this 3rd finger going down almost like a hammer-on because it happens just after the first beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... And the tremolo effect, which I'll just set on now, is to a certain BPM. On mine I can't set BPMs, so this is just set to number 69 as it happens. But if you get the BPM of the song, you can work it out. But you just want it kind of that tempo. And then you strum to that tempo. So what I did just to be able to play this with a loop pedal, and I'll show you how I did this with all the other layers later, but listen to the tempo of that and then just strum to that. Now, although I'm doing 16th strumming, I am doing some accents in there. So it's kind of bam, 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 bam. And even if I just strum like that with the tremolo, that does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, but when Johnny's playing it, he does 16th strumming. I can't really do it slowly with the tremolo on. But without it, from the top, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. So that's the idea. I'm playing a G5 chord and an A power chord. Johnny in the video plays it with 1 finger. Then we move on to the chorus. The chords to the chorus are an A sus2 to a C major 7, which is a normal C chord without the 1st finger on, to a G major chord, D major, only power chord in the song. If we just play it the most simple way we can play it, that's a B power chord, 2nd fret, root 5. If you can't do that, do a B7 chord, that will work, but B power chord's the best bet. D major to E major, and then all of that just happens again. There's a rhythm to it, so you have to know the song pretty well to get it, but I'm sure you can get it if you could get that intro. 2, 3, 4. It's that twice. So just to its basic core rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the rhythm, that's not the beat. That's over the rhythm of of that main strumming pattern. So what we want to do is try and get that rhythm with 16th strumming, which is 2 yanda, 3 yanda, 4 yanda. 2, 3, 4. Back to the riff. And all of that is played with the tremolo keeping going, so let me show you that. 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to do this super accurately and kind of record this, perhaps you'd want to do that to a click and have the tremolo in time with the click and the drums. That's the best way to do it. I'm just winging it here, really. So let's have a playthrough now of all the chords, all the strumming for the verse and the chorus with no effects at all, so you can see exactly what I'm playing. I will sing a little bit as well, just so that you know where we are in the song. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Join in with me in 1, 2, 3, 4. The shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm the sun and air of nothing in particular. Chorus. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. Now let's have a look at the lead line. Super easy. Alright, so you can play this as a super easy one-note slide if you want, but on the original recording and in the live version that I've seen of Johnny Marr with his current band, we're in standard tuning here. Apart from the B string, the B is tuned to B flat, so that you can essentially play, if I play this without the slide, you can play them at the same fret. This would be at the 14th fret to the 13th fret, so 14 to 13 on strings 2 and 3, and we're going to slide that down. When you use the slide, you want to be hovering over the fret, the higher part of the fret, so right over the fret. And I'm really bad at slide, that's why you don't see me do many slide tutorials at all. But even I, who am the worst slide player in the world, I'm so bad at slide, can do that. And you can even do it as a slide or even a bend, if you just bend up slightly. But that's how it's done, and now I'm going to show you all the rest of the lead parts just in standard tuning, because I found it really difficult to do it in this tuning, and if I was doing this live and doing this to cover, I'd be in standard tuning for the whole thing, and I think people will prefer that. But that is how to do the slide in the standard tuning, but with B flat as it's played on the original. So as a super easy one-note lead line, this lead line can be played at the 12th fret in standard tuning, bend it up by 1 fret, and then it comes down. That's the equivalent of going 13 to 12, but you're doing it as a bend, an unbent. And this is called a pre-bend as well. Push it up first. That's how we can do that in standard tuning and make it very easy. To keep the same notes as the original, we could use a whammy bar. This would be at the 13th fret and the 14th fret on strings 2 and 3. Play those notes, press the whammy bar down, and then we get those notes going down. And we get a similar effect, or you could just slide. Again, plenty of reverb on. You can even have a short delay on if you want. Hear that? Da-da-da-da. That gives you some options for what is such a simple but also really difficult and iconic lead line. What a player and what a songwriter Johnny Marr is. Moving on to the lead lines in the chorus, I think this is with no effects. I think it's played like this. And with some delay and a little bit more overdrive perhaps. You get this. Now you can make that super simple by just playing one note. This is non-capo numbers, so this is actual 14th frets. Slide it down to 10. 9. Back up to 14. 12, 12, 14. 2, 3, 4. And that's with the overdrive and super short delay on it. If we play that as chords, which is how I think it's played on the original, and these are what I think it is, or it sounds alright to me. You let me know in the comments what you think it is, or if you can find any better tab than I can, because there's not much available for this song. Actual frets, this is 11, 11, 14. Then actual 7, 9, 10. Slide all of that down by 1 fret, which is 6, 8, and 9. Back up to that first one we did, and then that same shape moved down a string, and this, so that's moving from 11, 11, 14 to, then is 4 strings, this is 9, 9, 9, 12. Slide all of that up 2 frets, 1, 2, that is 11, 11, 11, 14, so kind of where we started, but a string down. First chord shape, second, third, fourth, which is the same as the first, then that same thing moves to 9 and 12, and 11 and 14. Strumming pattern's the same as this. Bam, 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 bam. It's got almost the Bo Diddley rhythm, isn't it? But not quite. This is 2, 3, 4. That twice. Then we have another little lead line, at least on the original recording. They don't do too much of this in the live version, but... So see at the end there I added this slide. That's the standard tuning version I showed you earlier. This, let me take everything off. This is 14th fret to 11th fret, kind of like that first chord we did. Da 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 da. Then, and this is F sharp minor pentatonic position, so 14th fret and 16th fret. And then back to the main riff, however you want to play it. Finally, I just wanted to challenge myself to recreate all of that in one long loop, so playing the rhythm part first and then playing the lead part over it. And to encourage you guys to have a go at doing this yourself. I'm using a Ditto looper, I'm using a Boss ME70 effects pedal. I'm gonna have a go at doing the whole thing from the start now. That's my guitar tone. Let me put that in the looper pedal, you'll see the whole thing, and then I'll play lead over it. And have a go at doing the same yourself, or join in if you wish. Join in if you wish in 1, 2, 3, 4. that's now looping. Let's sped up a bit again, that's okay though. Oh yeah, fun times. So there you go, that's how I would play How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. Johnny Marr plays it a little bit different, I'm sure. He says he can't even recreate it like it was on the original recording, but we all try and get as close as we can, and that's the fun stuff. I'll leave some other recommended videos on screen now. I'll leave a link to my website, andyguitar.co.uk, where we've got a bunch of courses. I do live lessons on there, and we have an exclusive Discord as well, where people can chat and get peer-to-peer support, which is so important. Hope to see you over there. Bye-bye for now.